Get your vomit bags ready because I'm going to regurgitate Charlie Intel articles here in video form for the Call of Duty news of the week. Some huge news dropped last night as 5 new weapons were leaked, of which only 2 of them are cosmetic-only melee weapons. Since the sword was an easy port over from zombies, the Fury's Song, as it's called, will satisfy those that play Call of Duty Online with samurais, and taking a page from Hardline, a crowbar named Iron Jim is another melee variant. Treyarch missed an opportunity here to have a Macho Man skin crowbar called the Slim Jim.
Excitement! Step into a Slim Jim!
The other non-cosmetic melee items are an executioner-like pistol named the Marshall 16, even though there's only 8 bullets in a mag, yet it shoots 2 rounds in a clip at a time. Again, math isn't Treyarch's strong suit. There's also a frankenfuck of a pistol crossbow combo called the NX Phantom for those people that want to fight in 2065 with weapons from 1065. This makes Outrider's bow all but useless now since you don't have to wait 3 minutes for a one-time use. Speaking of old-fashioned weapons, the last item revealed was the M2 Raider, which is a clear reskin of the M1 Garand semi-auto rifle. I think Treyarch just did this to appease people that want to play a World War II era game and are fed up with the futuristic bullshit, forgetting that 5 years ago, everybody was fed up with the World War II style bullshit. We don't yet know if this is the beginning of the pay-to-win model for Black Ops 3 that they tried really well to keep up the facade with the cosmetic-only items, even though it lasted all of 3 months. Instead of paywalling a weapon for DLC with Awakening, Activision, since their name is spelt with a $, would rather just have people throw money at a screen to pull a lever in order to get them. These items could also be given away like at an Oprah show. You get an M2, oh, and you get an NX Phantom, and look under your seat, you get an Iron Jim, beef and spice. Ooh, yeah! Given the track record of the way these new weapons have been handled so far, I'll assume it's the former and not the latter. Although, since these are mostly novelty items, is it okay to do this? They aren't exactly gun variants that are going to break the metagame, so is this acceptable? Of course it's not, because any micro DLC is just a resource drain away from fixing actual game problems. Speaking of which, the update also did some tweaks to some existing weapons, including a nerf to the Vesper in the form of a reduced hipfire accuracy and reduced recoil stability, which is to the delight of people everywhere that don't understand how metagame actually works. A buff was finally granted to the Weevil, although Vaughn had his troll face on, being that it was a medium range damage increase in hardcore mode from 29 to 30 in order to make it one-hit kill. Buffs were also given in the form of damage range increases for the HVK Shiva ICR at long distance and the KN44 at medium range, as if the ARs weren't already the most powerful guns in the game given the amount of head glitches in the map design. The weapon swap speed on the Locust sniper rifle was increased because anything to get you rid of that pile of shit faster is better. We also buffed where the Tempest and Sparrow to increase the aim assist as if the Vortex was already stronger than a black hole, and Rejack's remaining power has been increased when a player terminates, or yells, "Get to the chopper!" Another buff was given to the power core, which was as useful as a white crayon previously, by lowering the score to 1250 or 12.5 kills in TDM, and increase the duration to 60 seconds or longer than you last when you jerk off. Other tweaks include removing aim assists and uplink while carrying the satellite drone, which makes no fucking sense unless they accidentally added commando in the last patch. Continuing with uplink, spawns were updated in this game mode as well as in Safeguard, because those are the only game modes that have bad spawns, right? A plethora of out-of-map exploits, including some on the brand new maps, are patched, including the Stronghold one that I pointed out in the last video, but sadly, they still have some more spots to cover up, and Treyarch's comb-over policy isn't exactly working. UI errors, including ones like this, when actually doing well in a game, and then fucking you over by making the game effectively pause, have been fixed as well, since we can't ever have too much fun. And lastly, since the majority of the developers are social degens and didn't test this out in the studio, the friends filter is disabled because of bugs when a player has over 100 friends on the leaderboard. You just reached 1 million Twitter followers, Vaughn. It's a shame that most of them are there for complaining to you, instead of being on your friends list to test this shit out, since we all know that the community basically beta tests everything anyways. Speaking of Twitter, Vaughn again put idiots without evidence in their places, explains how DLC filtering works on Call of Duty matchmaking, even though this has been a thing since after Call of Duty World at War. Quote, "I'll say this one time and one time only, we haven't changed anything, at all. What you think you feel is fragmentation, and people who have the DLC get matched to other people who have the DLC. This is typically more engaged / active players, red, sweaty tryhards. Period. I'll give the people the benefit of the doubt, since this is, in fact, the first time that PlayStation people have ever had Call of Duty DLC first, and don't know the drill like us Xbox guys. Lastly on DLC, Vaughn was streaming the new Awakening DLC when he was asked a question regarding his favorite map in the Black Ops series, and for once, I'll agree with him on this, although I do love Radiation as well. That raid is his favorite map. He claimed to have worked on the map, so that's why he likes it so much. Egotism confirmed. He was then probed about it returning in a future DLC, of which he said the following.
I just don't know how well Raid's gonna play in this game, you know.
considering how negative he was towards the answer. It's surprising to see so many YouTube videos titled in such a way to make it seem like it is actually coming back. Oh, but the question mark at the end of it makes it all okay because it's phrased in the form of a Jeopardy answer. Damn, maybe I'll have to make up some ridiculous shit, and as long as I put a question mark at the end, it's fair game because I'm not being misleading. Anyways, this is going to do it for the Call of Duty news of the week. I've been The Schwantz27, out like the Carolina Panthers. Until next time.